This is the story of how an anonymous driver named License became the most wanted driver in New York City by mastering the deadly art of swimming through traffic at over 150 miles per hour on the FDR Drive and Grand Central Parkway. Most people think of swimming as moving through water, but License and his crew turned New York streets into their own personal ocean, weaving between cars like they're navigating through waves. License isn't just any street racer. He's the masked face of the Squeeze team, known as the Swim Team, a collective of drivers who've turned reckless driving into a viral empire. According to NYPD Deputy Commissioner Kaz Daughtry and the NYPD Auto Crimes Manhattan Unit, these drivers hit speeds exceeding 150 miles per hour on public roads daily, turning rush hour traffic into their playground. As one team member put it, your 50 or 60 is my 100. But this isn't just about speed, it's about a subculture that's redefined what it really means to drive in America's most congested city, where License has become a ghost and the NYPD Auto Crimes Manhattan Unit can't seem to catch, despite being one of the most documented criminals on social media. To understand License, you have to understand the terminology. Swimming isn't just the same as cutting up in their world. Cutting up is an aggressive, chaotic weaving through traffic. Swimming is supposedly more controlled, more artistic. It's the difference between a shark attack and a dolphin's graceful movement through water. License and his crew pride themselves on this distinction, even though both styles involve breaking multiple laws and endangering countless lives on highways like the FDR Drive. The Squeeze team operates like a well-organized crew, distinct from Where's 981's swim team operation. As one member explained, "It's funny saying this, but we're not criminals. We have real-life jobs, we have insurance on our cars, and we pay for our personal cars. Yet they treat New York streets like their personal racetrack, filming every single moment for their growing online audience." License maintains strict anonymity through his signature mask and helmet. His identity has never been confirmed by any official NYPD Auto Crimes Unit press release or arrest record. This anonymity has become part of his brand, part of the mystique that draws millions of viewers to watch him navigate through traffic like it's a video game. The most famous member of the Squeeze team was Squeezebenz. His real name is Antonio Ginestri, a 19-year-old from Flushing, Queens County, who became the face of this underground movement. Squeezebenz started driving at an early age and considered himself a professional driver, perhaps one of the best in history according to his associates. He began by making little driving videos, but as he explained to YouTuber Tommy G in the same documentary series that covered the Kia Boys phenomenon, "I never really took this YouTube and social media thing seriously, but then my boy said mad people are blowing this stuff up, and I was just like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna do it." Squeezebenz built a massive following, ranking up over 700,000 followers on Instagram and an additional 300,000 on YouTube. His content showed him performing donuts around NYPD cruisers, hitting speeds over 150 miles per hour daily on his Grand Central Parkway, and engaging in increasingly dangerous stunts. When the heat on his own vehicles became too intense, he started renting high-performance cars, including BMW M3s and Lamborghini Urus SUVs. The turning point came during a collaboration with Kick streaming platform creator Neon. In the viral incident, Squeezebenz was driving a Lamborghini Urus when he either tapped or came dangerously close to striking a taxi. Moments later, he got heavily rear-ended by a Lexus and fled the scene. The entire incident was captured on Neon's live stream on the Kick streaming platform, providing law enforcement with clear video evidence of a hit and run. This incident marked the beginning of the end for Squeezebenz. Detectives from NYPD Auto Crimes Manhattan Unit began evaluating social media videos posted by Ginestri and collaborators like Neon for additional clues. The very content that made him famous became the evidence that would lead to his downfall. On May 16, 2024, after a coordinated effort between NYPD's Auto Crimes Unit and Newark Police Chief Emmanuel Miranda's department, Squeezebenz got arrested. NYPD Deputy Commissioner Kaz Daughtry announced Squeezebenz is in custody, thanks to New York's finest. One of the most prolific street racers in New York can no longer treat the Big Apple like the Indy 500. Anyone thinking ever again about putting themselves and others in danger, recklessly zooming through the streets of NYC, think again. But the charges went far beyond reckless driving. Ginestri faced charges related to several ATM and luxury handbag thefts, some worth over $38,000, burglary charges processed through Bergen County Jail in New Jersey, and assault charges for an incident where a victim got punched in the head inside a Queens County deli. He also had pleaded guilty to possession of a stolen Yamaha motorcycle. The street racing was just the tip of the iceberg, it seemed. Newark Police Chief Emmanuel Miranda was equally direct. Newark is not a playground for reckless drivers seeking social media likes. We will not tolerate senseless, reckless driving on Newark streets. With Squeezebenz behind bars at Bergen County Jail, License became the new face of operation. But unlike his predecessor, License learned from Squeezebenz's mistakes. He became even more careful about protecting his identity while continuing to create increasingly dangerous content on the FDR Drive and other NYC highways. License's collaboration with major streamers elevated his profile to unprecedented heights. When IShowSpeed, one of YouTube's biggest creators with over 20 million subscribers, met with the most wanted driver in New York City, it brought License's content to an entirely new audience. That collaboration showed Speed experiencing License's driving firsthand, capturing the thrill and terror of swimming through New York traffic at dangerous speeds. These high-profile collaborations came with risks, though. During streams with Neon on the Kick streaming platform, there were multiple close calls with law enforcement. In one incident, License had to leave Neon's stream abruptly after they encountered an undercover cop. The tension was palpable as viewers watched License navigate not just traffic, but the constant threat of arrest. The most dramatic incident occurred in Times Square, the heart of New York City. License was live streaming when NYPD officers quickly surrounded his location. Another streamer, Mooch, noticed the police presence before the rapid response unfolded on camera. Reports emerged claiming License had allegedly hit pedestrians and struck 2 police officers, though the exact details remained unclear to Deputy Commissioner Kaz Daughtry's office. The Times Square incident appeared to be a targeted operation rather than a chance encounter. The NYPD Auto Crimes Unit seemed to be tracking License's movements in real time, possibly through social media monitoring. The response was swift and coordinated, suggesting that law enforcement had been building a case against him using the very content he was creating. In a moment that demonstrated the surreal nature of his digital age cat-and-mouse game, License reappeared on stream after the incident, disproving immediate arrest rumors. His continued public activity only increased the danger as NYPD officers intensified their scrutiny while his audience grew larger and more vocal. The incident drew comparisons to Squeezebenz's case, where authorities had collected evidence over time before making their move. Legal experts suggested that the NYPD might be building a broader conspiracy or racketeering case against License and his associates, using their accumulated online content as evidence. License and another streamer named Devious decided to go into hiding immediately after the Times Square incident. However, License chose to resume streaming despite the heightened police attention from NYPD Auto Crimes units, a decision that demonstrated either incredible confidence or concerning recklessness. The mask that License wears isn't just about anonymity anymore. It's become a symbol of resistance against authority, a digital age version of the classic outlaw. In one viral moment, License's mask came off unexpectedly when officers showed up, creating panic among his crew and viewers who had never seen his face. The technology that enables License's content also enables his pursuit. The NYPD Auto Crimes Manhattan unit can track his movements through social media monitoring in real time. Every stream, every TikTok video, every collaboration becomes potential evidence. The very platforms that made him famous are now tools in law enforcement's arsenal. YouTuber David Armaw documented the most wanted drivers in New York in investigative videos that provided insight into the Squeeze team's operations. These documentaries revealed the human side of the story while highlighting the genuine dangers these drivers pose to public safety on highways like the FDR Drive and Grand Central Parkway. The swimmers' impact extends beyond entertainment. They've created a subculture where young drivers see reckless behavior as a path to fame and fortune. These videos normalize extremely dangerous driving behaviors, inspiring imitators across the country who lack the skill or experience to attempt such stunts safely on major highways. After spending over a year in Bergen County Jail, Squeezebenz officially revealed his face and returned in October 2025. His arrest served as a warning, but it also created a vacuum that License had filled with increasingly audacious content on the FDR Drive. Legal implications continue to evolve. Reckless driving at these speeds isn't just a traffic violation. At 150 miles per hour in city traffic, these drivers are essentially operating deadly weapons. The potential for catastrophic accidents involving innocent civilians makes every swim a potential tragedy. License's story reveals the dark side of content creation culture, where the pursuit of views and engagement drives people to increasingly dangerous extremes. Each video must top the last. Each stunt must be more audacious. Each escape more dramatic. The algorithm rewards danger, and creators like License deliver it in abundance. The streaming collaborations on platforms like Kick streaming platforms adds another layer of complexity. When major creators like Neon and IShowSpeed feature licenses content, they're not just entertaining their audiences, they're potentially enabling and promoting criminal behavior to millions of viewers, many of whom are young and impressionable. The NYPD police force faces unique challenges in this digital age. Traditional policing methods aren't designed for criminals who broadcast their activities live to global audiences. Every arrest attempt becomes a public spectacle. Every chase gets streamed in real time, and every legal proceeding becomes content for reaction videos. The swimmers operate in a gray area between entertainment and crime. They argue they're professionals providing thrilling content, while critics see them as dangerous criminals inspiring copycat behavior. The truth probably lies somewhere in between, but the consequences of their actions are entirely real. Licenses continued freedom while creating increasingly dangerous content raises questions about law enforcement priorities and capabilities. How does someone become the most wanted driver in New York while simultaneously maintaining active social media presence and collaborating with major content creators? The answer might lie in the complexity of building solid criminal cases in the digital age. Prosecutors need evidence that will hold up in court, not just viral videos. They need to prove intent, establish jurisdiction for crimes across state lines, and navigate the legal complexities of content creations versus criminal activity. The swimming phenomenon has spread beyond New York. Drivers in other cities have adopted similar techniques and terminology, creating local versions of the squeeze team. License's influence extends far beyond his immediate circle, inspiring a nationwide network of imitators who see him as folk hero. But heroes don't typically endanger innocent civilians for social media clout. The swimmer's content might be entertaining, but the real-world consequences are severe. Emergency responders, insurance companies, and trauma surgeons deal with the aftermath of high-speed collisions that these videos glorify. License's story is ultimately a cautionary tale about the intersection of social media, criminal behavior, and the pursuit of fame at any cost. He's mastered the art of swimming through traffic on the FDR Drive and Grand Central Parkway, but he's also swimming in increasingly dangerous waters where one mistake could end everything. As the NYPD Auto Crimes Manhattan unit continues building their case and License continues creating content, the question is whether that capture will come before someone gets seriously hurt or killed. In the world of swimming through traffic, the house always wins eventually, and the stakes are measured in lives rather than likes. License became the world's best swimmer by turning New York streets into his personal ocean, but every swimmer eventually faces a tide they can't navigate. Whether he'll find a way to shore or get swept away by the current of consequences remains the ultimate cliffhanger in this ongoing digital age drama.